The evolution of democracy in our country is also fascinating. If you look at the political evolution, the responsiveness of the political system to meet these aspirations is also emerging. And so there's the combination of citizen centricity, citizen aspirations, and the political responsiveness, I think, is so fascinatingly and beautifully coined by Honorable Prime Minister in his own words, Jan Bhagidari, which means the state today has to necessarily be a partnership state, because the state cannot deliver on everything. We just cannot imagine that just the state mechanism, which in the 47s could possibly be a provider, could be continue to be a provider to 1.4 billion people today. So it has to evolve into being a partner. And that's the beauty, the way our systems of governance and responsiveness of the state has evolved from a provider state to provisioning state to today a partnership state. And I would particularly draw all your attention to the 2 years that we all went through and we're still going through. Look at COVID. And I would say, as a physician, as a public health person, I would say possibly India is one of the, only when you see it from outside, when you do comparative studies across other countries, can we all proudly say, because we are all so inside the well that we don't see outside. And we Indians are generally very slow in patting our own back, especially our own governments are very slow. But the public sector response, I wouldn't just say the public health sector, the entire public sector, the way it responded, from technology to vaccines to COVID app to the entire system, the political class, all of them together, the way we responded and managed COVID also demonstrated that we as a nation can operate by functioning beyond sectors, reaching out to private sector, getting them to shift their production lines from just making cars to making masks, to making ventilators. All sorts of support was provided. And I think the demonstration of this partnership state was the most evident to me, and being on the ground, managing a hospital and looking at the kind of challenges we face in the COVID front and seeing the response that we got from the state as well as from, I would still remember, we admit patients and it's unbelievable. Every weekend, we would get the money spent on the patient transferred directly into hospital's bank account. We didn't have to ask anybody. We just uploaded information, we just uploaded data, and then money was there. And that is the kind of responsiveness that a technology-enabled governance mechanism demonstrated. And that also brings in something which is very critical. From a trust deficit state for citizens, now evolving into something which is now saying that getting the trust in the state. And I believe this is a fascinating journey that we need to keep in our background before we get down into deconstructing what Mission Karmayogi is all about.